Hello, Eli.
Good morning, Bradley.
Man's hubris has led to his downfall. After uncovering a dark man, he obliterated all of the human race. Only the
some
orcs.
Severe douche chills right now. What's happening?
Only the orcs are left. Their leaders scattered. Anyway, I played Orc Vengeance, and you gotta watch the intro to this game if you pick it up. And I do advise that you do. If you like Diablo, I think this is the game that you want to play here. It's a dungeon crawler, over-the-top kind of thing. First game that I've noticed on iOS, they really kind of nailed this setup.
Should mention it's made by former id Software designers.
Yeah, and you can tell. I mean, like, this game is as close as it gets in terms of, like, dungeon crawling to like, a PC or Mac kind of experience. I like it. They don't really do the mob thing. A lot of one-on-one here, but pretty good.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's kind of working with the restrictions of the platform, though.
Yeah.
I mean, like imagine combat as hectic as Diablo with, you know, like, just, like, a tap interface. I think it would get crazy.
True. Very true. One thing this game does really good, by the way, is like it has a lot of gesture-based actions. I can't do a lot of them just because I'm not that good at making a circle with my finger as I'm cutting skeletons. But I like it. I like it a lot, and I'll show you that a little bit later here.
I guess the dudes that worked on this also worked on Rage and that iOS port of you know, the Rage shooting gallery thing.
Oh, what was that called? I forgot.
I think it was just called Rage, wasn't it?
Maybe. Something.
But yeah, so I mean, like real chops behind the people behind this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which, I mean, you can tell by looking at how the lighting effects work and those kind of little attentions to detail that you don't see a lot of times in iOS games.
Yeah, and this is I think about the fourth mission in to the first act. I tried to do the fifth act here, or excuse me, the fifth mission in the second act, but I got beat up pretty bad, so I just wanted to kind of show people here, you know, what a typical level looks like. And a lot of what this game does is you just run around, push a button, beat up skeletons, go to the next level. Every once in a while there'll be like an arena section where you have to kill a lot of dudes, and then like a gate magically opens up and you can proceed. Real simple stuff. Pretty weak loot system, I would say. Like, you don't really pick up a lot of good stuff, and there's no armor component either. So you're only picking up shields and you know, sledgehammers basically, and axes and swords.
That's too bad.
Yeah, but I mean, it's probably an easier way to balance the game if you don't have like armor components.
Yeah,
this is what I'm thinking at least.
Oh, nice.
I know.
So is there only one class of dude with this?
This is it. You play as an orc warlord, and apparently you're one of the last. Like, so some dark dude comes down, some dark lord, some Diablo-like fella comes down, banishes the human race, goes after the orcs next, spreads their warlords throughout the globe, and you're one of these cats, and I'm guessing you're the best. Your goal basically is to, I don't know, unite the orcs against this bad dude and his bad army dudes. By opening up chests.
Collecting as much gold as you can. Reunite the tribes.
Of course, there is a kind of a free-to-play mechanic with the gold. You know, like, and it's kind of a weird thing, because I feel like the second act is a pretty nasty difficulty spike, which, you know, when you pair it with free-to-play like aspects, you always kind of start wondering about gating and stuff like that. So I'm a little on the edge about how exactly the whole gold system is going to work out or shake out over the course of the game.
Yeah.
Because you can buy a lot of crazy stuff, like, straight up from the get-go. Like,
it's always such an interesting thing to see how developers balance this stuff. I mean, because you read all those analytics reports of how few people actually play more than, you know, like 10 minutes or whatever of games they download. Right? So I kind of feel like if you put your, and, you know, I'm using massive air quotes here, but, you know, your free-to-play mechanic paywall, like 20 or 30 minutes in, you're probably only catching, like, the people that are, like, really into it.
True. Oh, and by the way, this is a boss fight here. Spoiler alert.
Spoilers.
So boss fights are a pretty big deal in this game. The first boss that I encountered kicked my ass pretty hard, and up to that point the game was super easy. And this guy beats me up pretty nice too. But I think I got him handled.
Neat little golem thing.
Do my little dash move here. You double tap on the screen to do a dash. You tap on the screen to move, and you tap on a dude and it'll just automatically attack. Right now is my swipe gesture. I actually put healing potions in, so anytime I just swipe the screen, I'll automatically heal myself, which is pretty handy, because this guy beats me up pretty nice.
Yeah. Kind of cool. So all the the stuff that you'd use your belt for in Diablo, you would just have like gestures for?
Yep, absolutely.
That's cool.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, a little circle move does that earthquake thing that I can never do. Double tap does the dash. And you can also buy an extra slot. I forgot what the last gesture is. So there we go. I beat that guy. I'm a little overpowered. It looks like you can actually grind in this game, which is nice.
Oh, loot explosion.
There we go. New shield. After every level, you can go visit a vendor, which is something I'll do right here to sell all my old junk.
Does he ask you what you're buying?
Unfortunately not.
But what are you selling?
Although, if you notice, I played Oregon Trail again recently, right? And he makes an appearance in Oregon Trail.
Oh, the Resident Evil merchant guy?
Yeah, he does in the background. Of course, you level up, and you just only have 4 things to kind of look at here. And, well, be smart and go defense. This is the item, like, kind of like everything I've picked up so far here in this level. Just 3 swords. And here's your look at your skill system. So circle does the kind of earthquake thing. My swipe got my healing potions. And the double tap does the dash. You can also upgrade your items as well as buy gold. Here we go. $9.99 for 100K.
Well, interesting.
Seems like a steal.
Yeah, maybe.
I think it is because like the nastiest item I can buy right now, I think is only like 5,000 gold or something like that. So you can pretty well kill it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. So, because I'm afraid of what's going to happen here, I'm gonna go ahead and just go nuts and buy a lot of healing potions. But okay, so the hammer is 11,000. Sorry, I don't want this to go wrong again. So I'm gonna turn on the money hose.
Well, this seems excessive.
Dude, I got beat up pretty hard. One cool thing this game does. So I don't know if this is a glitch or not, but since I died in Act 2, you know, it gave me the option to restore my checkpoint or just go back to the main menu. I decided to go back to the main menu and play this level again, and I've played it a couple times. Every time I go back to this level in Act 2, it actually starts exactly where I died.
Well, that's kind of cool.
So this is kind of like, you know, it'll give you a good idea of some of the weird arena-like confrontations that you'll have in this game. Like, essentially, this level is just all about you're on an elevator, you push a button 3 times, and you have to fight 3 pretty big waves of dudes. Which I guess is how this game kind of like handles like, alright, so maybe we can't render a bunch of dudes on screen and have you deal with crowd control stuff, but what we can do is give you a lot of instances where there's, you know, just a lot of confrontations to have. Which is nice.
Yeah, this seems cool so far.
Yeah, definitely. Super polished, I will say. Especially with this whole save system. Like, if this is a real thing, what this game does, and I doubt it because I've never seen it before, you know what I mean? It's great. I mean, it's fantastic. It's a brilliant idea. It really cuts out the fat. So, you know, I would have had to just repeat the beginning sequence of this level and bring the elevator down, you know, just to probably die again.
Right. Yeah, when I first saw this game, I was so glad that it was published by Chilingo, because after that, what was it, Armed Warriors game or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
After that drama, I was like, oh no. I hope these are original assets.
Yeah. You know, it's hard. It's hard to identify a skeleton, so maybe they have.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I don't know, this thing's good, but man.
Yeah, I don't know. I keep watching that trailer again because it's blowing my mind consistently. Because you know, I played a lot of Torchlight, man, and I still can't see it. But I mean, obviously the Relic guys know exactly what went into their game.
That's pretty cool, though.
Mm-hmm. Love it. I mean, it's scary close to kind of what I want out of a dungeon crawler, just in general. And I think that's huge. I mean, that's crazy good.
Yeah.
Game.
Well, I wonder how the light loot system and the no classes is going to affect replay value.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, man, I can like infinitely replay Diablo.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know about infinitely, but you know, you at least get a playthrough on each class.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I mean, yeah, there's hundreds of hours of playing this. And this is a very focused, kind of linear thing, so yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it just kind of depends. I mean, whenever you hit like a difficulty spike like this, though, it kind of forces you into replaying old content, which isn't so much of a bummer. Because, I mean, there are very select levels where, you know, I mean, imagine if you replayed this level like 10 times. I think you'd be good to go for a while. but I don't. I just bought a bunch of healing potions.
Did you buy gold to buy those?
No, that's actually gold I earned. But I haven't bought anything else in the game. Like, I've been afraid to.
There isn't a free-to-play paywall then. I mean, I feel like you know, if you weren't so overly cautious with the health potions, you'd have a ton of gold to buy stuff.
That's true. Well, not the stuff you want. Like, that's kind of like the thing. Like,
yeah, but I mean, I feel like they need to tease you with those top-end items that you don't really need.
True.
You know?
True.
I mean, no one faults Infinity Blade for their kind of free-to-play consumable mechanic, because you don't need any of that stuff.
Right, no, absolutely. I mean, I'm just kind of saying, I don't know how, like, in the larger scale it plays out. You know, I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems fair, as it is right now. It's just like, whenever you hit difficulty spikes with a free-to-play game, it always kind of gets you thinking. You're just kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree completely.
Because I remember Squids did that, you know, it's just kind of like...
Brad, Squids, in-app purchase, Nicholson, at it again.
Yeah, I should probably shut up now. Game is great, FYI. If we're not making that very clear, I'm enjoying the hell out of this. See, here we go. I just finished another wave, so some stuff is going to open up. Now, these chests right here are skill chests. Like, when you open them up, you gain a new skill.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
This seems really good. Like, it's kind of scary to think that, like, these iOS games are getting to look this good. You know what I mean? Just like a random release on some Wednesday night looks like this, you know?
Yeah, and something like this can go so under the radar. Like, I actually didn't even know it was coming out.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's not out of the ordinary in the world of how fast things move, you know?
It's true. It's true. It's just unfortunate. This is kind of like, this is one of those games I'm sure people would have been stoked about for a long time.
That's true.
Zombies.
More zombies. I just want a day where there's no zombies on Twitch Arcade at all.
Oh my goodness. I think we had 5 zombie stories on the front page in the last 24 hours as of Thursday.
That's cool.
Yeah, and I dealt with a zombie game for a good solid 8 hours the other day too, and I'm just done. I'm zombied out. I am done with the undead.
I just heard something fall in the other room, and the only people that are here right now are me and the cat.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. My cat got into this habit of knocking down my speakers for a while.
Awesome.
Yeah, which is great, because I mean, it is a triumphant bump. I mean, it's just like, BAM! You know, because it's a big kind of I don't know what they're called, but I mean, they're the ones that, you know, ground like mid-level kind of things. Here we go. So basically right here we got a new kind of gating where there's a I have to go to 2 rooms basically, like 2 torches, and then open the door. Oh god. Great.
Yeah, man, like if you would have recorded this and then just told me this is an Xbox Live Arcade game, I'd be like, oh, that's cool. You know, like, would have believed you totally. You know?
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It's so neat to think that iOS is getting that way.
Can these things hurt me? I have no idea.
Seriously? Of course they're gonna hurt you. Flaming arrows?
I don't know if I'm getting hit, actually. I don't think so. I got enough time to check out that treasure chest. This reminds me so much like Diablo. I see treasure and I will stop everything that I'm doing.
Just drop everything. Yeah. I need these gold coins.
It does not matter what's hitting me or punching me in the face. I will get that.
So each of these checkpoints here, that if you die and like restart the game and everything, you would start here?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, like that's the way it worked in that last level. So I mean, like I died on a wave. I went back to kind of grind a little bit, then went back again to do this video, and it just ported me right back there.
It's cool.
Yeah. Okay. And that's kind of like, I guess, my biggest knock against this game is that it's very predictable, like in terms of like this kind of stuff.
Yeah. I don't know, I feel like that's kind of the case for all these kind of dungeon crawler, brawlery kind of games, so...
I mean, I guess I just like the feel of progression. Like, all this is doing is just stopping me from moving. You know, it's kind of annoying.
That's true.
Get strength up here. You know, I guess one thing I forgot to mention, so there's 3 kinds of weapons in the game. There's swords, there's a little sledgehammer thing, warhammers here, and there's also axes. And axes are kind of like the in-between weapon, where swords are like kind of the faster weapon, and of course, the sledgehammer thing is the slowest, but does most damage. Of course, I'm gonna roll the warhammer. Keep going.
So have you come across like any kind of like Diablo style like random named monsters or anything like that?
I have not. The same with any named weapons. No one's really dropped anything amazing so far in my play. Well, that one's named. Well, there we go. All right, Blade of War, Eli.
There you go.
I'm glad it's not like the Blade of the Culinary Arts or something like that. +3 on tomatoes. So I don't like these race, by the way. It seems like they can beat me up pretty nice.
Yeah, this seems like it's going on for a little long now.
Exactly.
I see what you mean now.
It's just kind of like, just let me run through the dungeon and keep throwing race at me that way. Like, don't just like put me in this little circle of death forever. It seems like the game progressively is doing this more and more. There we go. And see, like, I'm gonna have to do this again on the other side of this closed
really?
door. Yeah, because I have to light 2 torches. So I mean, it's kind of one of those things. I wouldn't necessarily call it lazy design. I would just call it overly traditional.
Yeah, this kind of stuff like this feels a little transparent when you can see that, you know, like, we need to extend the playtime of this game. Let's just lock them in a room and spawn,
Yeah.
you know, dudes for eternity.
Yeah.
Which, whatever, I've seen way more grievous examples of you know, that kind of shit.
It's true. It's
like,
true.
You played Darksiders ever?
Yes.
Like that whole, hey, you know, you think you beat the game, but actually, you need to run around the entire game world again.
Oh man, I tell you what blew my mind with Darksiders was getting the Voidwalker for the first time, the portal gun, essentially.
Oh yeah.
Man, that temple was so hard.
I'm excited for the sequel.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be great. Death Lives on August something. I know the boilerplate. What up?
Darksiders had the best oh shit roll credits ending I think I've seen in a video game in a while.
Yeah.
Like, I really like games, movies, whatever, that just end, you know, at like the perfect time, credits roll, and you're just like, oh shit.
Yep.
That just happened.
Yep. I don't know. Does this one have co-op finally, or did they nix that? I can't remember now.
I don't know.
Because I remember for a while those guys were talking about like possibly doing kind of like a 4-player co-op thing where everybody's a horseman.
That would be so good.
I know, right? Got me excited.
So is this another monster encounter, or is this a boss here?
No, this is a gate, another gate, so I can unlock the other torch to unlock the other door, which I imagine a boss is behind.
Oh man, see why you bought so many potions now. These guys are doing some damage on you.
No doubt. I think I'm out.
Real damage on you. So do you have any area effect attacks?
I do have the ground stomp. Yeah, well, you know what? I think everyone's got the picture here. I will say we might be a little down on or a little undecided on the model, but I mean otherwise, I mean Orc Vengeance. If you like over the top dungeon crawlers, I think this is it. I think this is something that you would like to play.